Good afternoon, everyone. This is Mike O'Malley here with the Hurricane Outlook and discussion for November 8th, 2022, around 3 p.m. Eastern Time. We have a lot to talk about this afternoon, including Tropical Storm Nicole now nearing Florida. You need to be getting prepared, so let's go and jump straight into everything. Looking at the visible satellite imagery for this system, we notice that Nicole is becoming better organized out there across the tropical Atlantic and now has an inner core that is trying to develop. We have hurricane warnings that have now been issued for portions of the Florida East Coast. We have a tropical storm warning to the southeast Georgia coast and a tropical storm watch to the Georgia-South Carolina border. This is a very large system and is going to bring a lot of impacts to a lot of places over the next couple of days. Taking a look here at the visible satellite imagery zoomed in, we notice that Nicole is becoming better organized today with a well-established inner core that is beginning to develop with this system. Notice that the convective bands are beginning to rotate around and you're starting to see more shower and thunderstorm activity very close to that low-level circulation building over top. And you're noticing that it's not as asymmetric as it was this morning when we previously spoke. And so with that being said, though, there is some dry air that is trying to get in. You kind of see how it's pretty dry out there on the eastern side of the circulation. Some of that dry air is trying to get worked in at this time. If that does happen, that might lower the amount of intensity we see over the next few hours. Now looking at the new tropical cyclone advisories and the track forecast, we notice that the system is moving westward, of course, and then we'll be picking up steam heading towards the northwest. We have hurricane warnings now in effect for portions of the Brevard County coastline, Treasure Coast, and Space Coast regions, as this is expected to make landfall as a hurricane. Although not explicitly shown on this particular forecast, it is expected to do so. And then continue up portions of the East Coast. We have tropical storm warnings all the way through about Charleston, South Carolina there in the offshore waters. Looking at some of the high resolution guidance here, we notice that this is expected to eventually move rapidly towards the inland locations. But you can see here very clearly that this is expected to be upon us very soon. We're talking as early as tomorrow afternoon. Some of those rain bands start rolling in. And then we have that landfall sometime very late tomorrow night into early Thursday morning, continuing across portions of the Orlando metro area, then into Thursday morning and afternoon. So in terms of the wind gust forecast off some of the high resolution guidance, again, we can see just how large this system is with 40 to 50 mile per hour winds gusting right along the coast for just an extensive amount of time. Now we can see here that if we actually start zooming in, we notice that some of these gusts as this system makes landfall, 74 near the Cape, about near 60 near Orlando, near 40 near Tampa, 74 up there near Daytona Beach, 50 over towards the Port St. Lucie and just along and south of Interstate 95. And then this system will continue to then move inland, causing some pretty extensive issues as well. This won't just be an exclusive coastal event. This could bring a lot of impacts inland as well. And finally, taking a look at the rainfall forecast, we notice how the rain is expected to extend well inland, already starting today across most of the Florida Peninsula. We can see here by the time the storm is over Orlando, we have near 4.5 inches towards Metro Orlando. We have close to 6 inches near Palm Bay, about 3 inches south there along Interstate 95, 4 inches close to Miami, and about 2.5 to 3 inches of rain north of Daytona Beach. Of course, these values are going to be determinant on where the heaviest bands set up and, of course, where the system makes landfall. Bottom line, lots of heavy rain and wind incoming. So, of course, I'll be chasing this system. My plan is to leave sometime tomorrow morning. Of course, when that happens, I will stream on YouTube. All right? So that being said, I hope you have a great rest of your afternoon and evening. Of course, I am Michael O'Malley. I'll talk to you again some more later this evening.